Hello, YouTube. This is Set Free from the Trap Ministry. I am on here to share about when it comes to Jesus Christ. Come to Jesus Christ. A lot of people try to come up with what they think. They try to come up with what they think. They do not want to go by the word of God. They do not want to. They're trying to come up with what they think. And when you try to come up with what you think about Jesus Christ, what you made up in your head, then you canceling out the word of God. A lot of people try to tell you what they think. They don't want to know what Jesus Christ thinks. They don't care about that. And a lot of people try to add to the word of God. When people try to tell you what they think about Jesus Christ, what you do is you cancel out the word of God. You cancel out the word of God. But we don't get into foolish and stupid arguments. It says, "Thou hast made the word of God null and void for the sake of tradition handed down." So many people in the church, and in this world try to come up with what they think about the word of God. And people try to put a twist on the Bible. You can't put no twist on the Bible. You can't add to the word of God. And that's what a lot of people try to do. This is what I think. This is what I think. When you do that and you try to come up with what you think about the word of God, you know what happens? Mark 7:13, you cancel out the word of God. You make the word of God null and void for the sake of your tradition. So many people try to come up and tell you what they think about the word of God. Guess what? It don't matter what you think. It don't matter what I think. People cancel out the word of God. People say stuff that Jesus Christ, that's not even in the Bible. We don't get into foolish and stupid arguments. 2 Timothy 23. There are many websites out there where people are talking, or coming up with stuff and making up stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. It ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. People that came up and made up something on some of these websites. They made up stuff. They making up stuff. Because people try to add to the word of God. Thou make the word of God null and void for the sake of your tradition. In the church, people not going by what Jesus Christ saying. A lot of people in the church ain't doing that. They try to come up with what they think. They don't want to go by what Jesus Christ is saying. But we don't get into foolish and stupid arguments about the Bible. It's a lot of stuff out there that's not the Bible. The Book of Mormon, that ain't the Bible. That ain't Jesus. Latter-day Saints, that ain't Jesus. What the church of Jesus Christ, there is no church of Jesus Christ. That ain't in the Bible. That ain't Jesus. That's not Jesus. That's not him at all. There's a lot of stuff out there that's not Jesus. There's a lot of false teaching out there that's not Christ. That's not Jesus. None of it. Nope. Religion is full of dead man's bones. Religion can't do nothing for you. It can't help you. And so many people try to add to the word of God. So many people try to add what they think. So when you try to come up with what you think about the word of God, what you do is you cancel out the word of God. You make the word of God null and void. It's all these websites out here. All these websites that it ain't Jesus. It's not Jesus Christ at all. People try to add. They try to add. They try to add to the word of God. They try to add. That's what they try to do. They try to add to the word of God. And when you try to come up with what you think about the Bible, then what you do is you cancel the word of God out. There's a lot of stuff out today that's not the word of God. Once again, the Book of Mormon that's not Jesus. No. The Latter-day Saints, the Catholic, the Jehovah's Witness, none of this stuff is Jesus. No. And it says in 1 Timothy 4, the Spirit clearly says in the later times, some would abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits, things taught by demons. Such teachings come through hypocrites and liars whose conscience have been snared as a hot iron. So you know what? Today in our world, people are following deceiving spirit. Religion is a deceiving spirit. The doctrine of demons. The devil got some teaching out too. A lot of people is following the devil's teaching. The doctrine of demons. It says, the spirit clearly says in the later times, some would abandon the faith and some would follow deceiving spirits, things taught by demons. The devil is teaching stuff too, and people are buying into the devil's teaching. People are buying into the devil stuff every day. The doctrine of demons. Religion is from the devil. Religion is from the devil. It's not Jesus. It's a deceiving spirit. All these fake websites out there. It's a bunch of fake websites. Jesus Christ ain't got nothing to do with no religion. The devil is deceiving people. The doctrine of demons, a deceiving spirit. The Book of Mormon is not Jesus. The Latter-day Saints, Seventh-day Adventists, the New Age movement, that ain't no Jesus. It's a bunch of fake stuff out there that's not Christ. Bye-bye.